Welcome back, everyone. Jim here. Well, we're at it again. We got 2 more posts to cut, and then we'll have all the posts and the beams up. And then the only thing we've got left now is maybe do some stabilizing. And the floor joists are on order, so we'll be getting those before long. And my goal before it starts getting too cold is at least get the whole main floor in and covered over, and then I'll leave it for winter. I was hoping to get the walls and roof on this year, but we've had so many things going on that just isn't going to happen. So next year we'll start with the walls and the roof. I didn't want to start the walls this year because I wanted, when I do the walls and the roof, I want to get the roof on totally to cover it in. I didn't want to leave the walls standing up over winter. The floor, I can get a nice tarp and cover that over. So anyway, it's August 20th here in the western Maine mountains. It's perfect blue sky. It's about 85 degrees. Humidity's not too bad, but it's still pretty warm out. And like I say, we're going to cut up a few posts, and then we'll probably show installing them. Fortunately, I've got one long enough to satisfy what we need. Cutting it at 3 foot 4.5 inches. As I'd mentioned before, you can see it leaves just a little bit. And I've got to use my Sawzall to get that little bit. Some of it is a lot harder than others. Some the saw will go right down through, and I think I showed you. I got a, ouch, hot. But I got a Pretty good blade on there. Alright, so I've marked its position. We got one more to cut. So I'll put this one off to the side. Now the next one I probably have to use a brand new beam because it needs to be 4 foot 10.5 inches. I don't think I've got one that long for scrap. I guess this one will be better off to spin it around, since I got the shorter piece over there. I think I told you before, in an earlier video, we made up these blocks, and the purpose of the blocks is to hold the work level all the way across. That way we can cut some beams that are pretty long. This has a light that shows down where your mark is. Trouble is, in this bright sunlight you can't see it. Maybe if it would have had a laser, that would have made a difference, but alright, that was the final cut. Use the Sawzall one more time. Went down through a little easier. Must be a little softer or something. All right, so I'll get these moved up above, and then we'll be back.
Morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's August 20th here in Maine, and the sun's already moving way over.
Look at that, I got my helper back. Huh? Let her sleep in.
Yeah, he's a real joy here.
show him that pad, what it is.
Oh,
It's
that I got it lined up.
Well, it's a 1-inch thick pad, and what it is, it's like a barrier between the cement pad and the wood. Because everything I've been told is you're not supposed to set the wood right flat on cement.
Yep.
So this is a barrier that's 1 inch thick, and it keeps the post off of the cement. So we're going to screw on 2 of these.
It says Simpson, S-I-M-P-S-O-N, second word strong, dash tie, T-I-E.
Yeah. It's a CPS 6, I think they call it.
Yep. C is in Charles, P is in Paul, S is in Sam, 6. Right, now it's going this way.
Yep.
I guess that's about centered, isn't it? Okay. Oop.
Like that.
It slid, honey. Does it matter?
No, as long as it's somewhere in here. Whoops.
There's a lot more on that side.
That's all right. I think it'll be all right.
All right.
One more.
Is that affected at all? No. Oh well. Nope.
You're easier if you put your fingers, lap your fingers over. When you're doing it.
Hang on.
Lap your fingers on the plastic and on that. You can feel whether it's
Oh.
how centered it is.
I don't think I can hold it well.
Well, it only takes 1 screw to hold it.
Then do the bottom one first. Yep, yes, that came up pretty straight.
All right, so that's those. Now we got to stand them up in position. And the first one, which is a shorter one, goes right there. I think you can see the pad in the middle of the screen.
A little bit. Do the top too. Looks good from here.
Yep.
Do up here.
It's pretty level. The top is perfect. Now, you move your gloves and stuff. Linda has a little bit of a concern that maybe that picked this beam up some. So I guess the easiest way is just kind of eyeball it. But I believe it's okay. Yeah. And the thing is, these 3 posts are on pads. So these pads sit flat on the ground, these 3, but they're going to be fully enclosed by the camp when we're finished. So I'm quite confident that underneath here it won't freeze, and where these are initially set is where they will stay. But this winter we only plan on getting the floor on, and then we're going to cover it over with a big tarp. So there might be some frost here, which could move these a little bit, so I'm only considering these temporary for right now. We'll have to look next year before we start the walls and see if they need any adjustment, because they might. For now, they're good. Here's a magic marker. What I'm doing is I'm marking the base. I'd be curious to see if there is any movement, if it even moves it off the base or something. Right now it's level and plumb.
Well, that's a smart idea, huh?
What do you mean it's a smart idea? You married a fine smeller, you know.
Don't get me started telling them and all the mistakes we've made.
Alright, that one's in. Now we'll move down to the last one. Yeah, this one fit pretty good. After we trimmed it a little bit. Alright, about there. Alright, so that would conclude putting up posts. And Linda's behind the camera right now. Maybe she can swing it around a little bit and show you what it looks like with all the posts, all the beams up, and everything else.
Here it is, and I am so glad this part is done. This was like a five-person job. It was a little bit rough, but we survived. Here's the back from the back side. That end is going to have an 8-foot sunroom. So as you can see, I'm in the center of the back of the house. And when the leaves fall, we may be able to see the top of a couple of hills out there. Mount Blue is to my right, so we won't see Mount Blue. But I like it back here. You can see the top of the old house. Yeah. Should be nice up here in the woods. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. God bless you. And please... Uh-oh. The boss wants to say something.
One of the tricks for keeping the whole thing straight, not sure if you can see it, but there's rope that's on here. It's secured at the corners, and what we've done is we've had this on here the whole build, and by putting a similar size block under the rope on this side and same size block under the rope on the other side, as we're building, all we need to do is check the rope to know. We just have to check the rope to make sure that we're straight. And something this long, that's the method I use, and it's kept the whole thing pretty straight.
What's that method called, Tony?
I'm sure there's a name for it, but I don't know.
You learned it at BIW, right?
No, I mean, we've used it on building projects. We've used it at the shipyard. We've used it. I guess it's pretty common practice that people do. Thank you.
Take care. We'll see you soon. He's going to start digging a ditch back here for drainage because the snow is going to come off this hill. Let me show you the hill in the back. See, it goes straight up. There. Straight up. Not straight up, but it's a pretty steep climb. We haven't walked the land in a while. We need to. But we've made trails. We've got to get the camp done before we do anything else out here in the woods. Okay, thanks again. Take care. God bless.